PKD stands for polycystic kidney disease. It is a disease that damages your liver and is inherited through genetics. This is a normal set of chromosomes taken from a human. These are the chromosomes that can affect a person on whether they have PKD or not. Chromosome 16 has the PKD1 gene. This is the gene where 85% of the mutations happen. The ADPK2 gene is located in chromosome 4. This is where 15% of the mutations happen. These two genes are dominant, which means that there only needs to be one present for the effect to take place. In chromosome 6, there's the ARPKD gene, which this means is that it's recessive, and so you can have it, but you won't be affected by it. But if you have children, your children may be affected by it. This should show you why both parents don't necessarily need to have PKD in order for their child to have PKD. If both parents give their recessive PKD gene down to the child will have only the recessive PKD gene, which means that it will have PKD as its phenotype. 3 of the example children do not have PKD, but 2 of them are carriers. One of them is completely unaffected because one of them did not get any of the PKD genes. They got the non-PKD genes, so if they have a child, their child will not have PKD, unless, of course, the other parent does have one of the genes. Then there is a chance. If we're talking about the dominant gene and the couple has only one dominant gene between the 2 of them, it's likely that 2 of their children will actually have PKD. And for the dominant PKD, you only need one of the alleles in order to have it. But what does having PKD mean? PKD will cause cysts to form in your kidneys and weaken your kidneys overall. Cysts are formed through cell proliferation and fluid secretion. Cell proliferation is when a kidney cell that is affected by the PKD gene starts to divide, and it keeps on going, and then it fills up with fluid, and fluid secretion kind of breaks off and forms like a bubble type thing. This is a picture of a normal kidney, and this is a picture of a kidney that has PKD. The difference is rather obvious. When the kidneys enlarge like this, it is very painful for the person who has PKD. Besides the difference of dominant and recessive PKD, there are 2 types of dominant PKD. There's PKD1 and PKD2. PKD1 is responsible for 85% of the people who have PKD. PKD2 is responsible for 15% of the people who have PKD. The cysts will start forming in PKD1 sooner than they would in PKD2. As far as the range of severity goes for PKD, there's not much of a difference. Basically, if you have PKD, you have PKD. The only way you could have PKD and not have it affect you is if you had the recessive PKD. The reason that having PKD is such a big deal is that you use your kidneys to filter toxins out of your body. This waste is then sent to your bladder, and then it leaves the body through the urethra. Because the disorder PKD creates a protein that causes these cysts to form, it interrupts the kidney system, and the kidney ends up having to do more work, and the person, first of all, well, they have cysts in their kidneys, so their kidneys are much larger, and it's very painful, and also they have more toxins in their bodies. PKD puts a lot of strain on the kidneys, which means that people who have PKD are more prone to kidney issues. The biggest issue that they would face would be kidney stones, which is when these tiny little rock-like substances get formed inside your kidney and go through the same tract as the other toxins, so they go through your urethra, and it's a very painful process. Kidney stones, of course, are not limited to people who have PKD, but people who have PKD are just more prone to it. Because PKD affects your kidneys, a lot of people think that PKD is the result of poor kidney care, but that's just a myth, and really it is just a genetic disease. Of course, I mean, if you don't take good care of your kidneys, you will have many other issues, but PKD is only from genetics. Despite the many efforts of groups such as the PKD Foundation, there's been no cure found for PKD as of yet. The most important thing to do if you do have PKD is just really live a healthy lifestyle. Some specifics are: having a regular checkup with your doctor, low protein diet, staying hydrated, a healthy blood pressure, not putting any extra strain on your kidneys such as alcohol, plenty of exercise that does not involve impact. Polycystic kidney disease affects the lives of many, and although we don't have a cure yet, if we keep on learning more about this disease, eventually we will. Thanks for watching.